Hey y'all, so right now we are planting on Texas Creek. We took a much needed rest day today, camping by this river in the valley right there, and as we were walking through this area yesterday, we really noticed that it would be great for planting. So what we are seeing is this bushy cinquefoil and some kind of artemisia and lots of yarrow and Biscuitroots and dandelions. And there's actually a lot of disturbance from moles. So we've been planting in there. I don't know if you can see. Some kind of ground creature that likes to dig up and disturb the soil. So
they're making our job easier.
We're planting, this is Biscuitroot seed. Lots of different Biscuitroots. And Gabe's planting Yampah. You want to hold out some seed. Pretty cool. Smells so good too. So we just take opportunities when the land sort of shows us that it would be appropriate to plant. So on our rest day today, it's kind of like about to be dinner time. You see the sun setting all around us. So beautiful. We're just going around and putting these seeds in some of these disturbed areas, and also doing some moderate disturbance with your cupping, and using some nursery bushes to protect the seeds in some areas. And
it's like the perfect area to plant. It's like this park, and with Yampah, it likes seasonal wetness, like in the spring, and bushy cinquefoil seems to like to grow in areas that get like that same kind of seasonal wetness. So it's
pretty green here, and right in the distance beyond us where you see the sun hitting, and in that zone is like a river. Of course the beavers have been altering it, so there's like a lot of dynamic flow over there and like a lot of moisture. So
there's a lot of Biscuitroot in these areas. Like there's so much Biscuitroot.
It's cool. A lot of the Biscuitroot right now. It's early August, end of the first week of August 2020. They're going to seed in a lot of places. There's still some in flower, but
I haven't seen any in flower in a while.
Over there, there's one in seed. They're over by our campsite. I've seen a few in flower still, but let's see if we can.
Some of them are so far along in seed.
Like some of them I've actually been collecting and planting on the trail as we walk.
On the east side of the Collegiate range, where it's more deserty and lower, high desert, ponderosa, parkland, they were all dry and ready to go.
And then over here on the west side of the Collegiate, we are seeing we've been up very high a lot of the west side, but right now we're at, actually I checked my GPS, we're at 10,000 feet right here.
It's perfect.
So we've been up really high, but we dipped into this valley yesterday. Gabe was describing it earlier, kind of like the yang of up high is intense, like being on the mountaintops almost at 13,000 feet. And the wind and the sun, everything's really intense, and it's really beautiful. But so yeah, it's really kind of a different experience. And then being down here, it's very restful and peaceful and quiet. It gives me a new appreciation for more vegetated places. But we dip down into this valley, and it's a lot of lodgepole pine, and actually we've been seeing some blue spruce, and there's the wet meadow too, and feeling grateful for that. And we'll be dipping back up into higher elevation over the next few days, and back down and up. And so it seems like, from what Gabe says, that like it's probably good to plant at this elevation versus super high up, because they're less likely to survive up there, right? Even though we see Biscuitroots really high up, right?
Biscuitroots really high up, but I don't know, I think 10,000 feet. This is like, if you think about it, this is like the perfect spot. It's really high. It's not too high. It's open. There's like sagebrush and biscuitroot and stuff already here. It's perfect.
Yeah. So
because over time maybe we can start keep moving them up higher and stuff. But yeah, this is like perfect. It's like a big open park. It's like the best root digging places are open parks.
yeah. And it's funny, I was just reading this earlier today about an article about grizzly bears and how much disturbance they had on the land. I mean, disturbance has been a theme for this walk, just thinking about what that is and means and what's too much or not too much or whatever. And the person who was writing the piece is basically a scientist that studies grizzly bears and their impact on the land and ecology. And it seems like they really had a positive impact on the plants, and they like disturb the soil, and like the seeds fall on the ground, and the roots, they dig the roots. And
bears dig biscuit roots.
yeah,
Bears love biscuit roots.
so it's just like a reminder that like we don't have grizzly bears here in Colorado anymore.
Yeah.
And I wonder what it would look like if we did.
Yeah, because
Maybe there'd be more biscuit roots.
yeah.
Or other plants that they like to eat or don't like to eat but inadvertently get planted. But here we are doing a little bit as we walk, and now we're gonna go make dinner and enjoy the rest of the evening. So